Here, recording. Josue, this is my husband, and I'm gonna have you because we're ridiculous.
So just now, yeah.
Did you see that?
See what?
Is it?
My husband is in the background. He was like shaking himself around.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Is he okay? He's a freaking idiot. I love him, but he's an idiot. Hold on 1 second, my friend. Hold on 1 second.
No problem.
I apologize for popping that over to you late. We had a wind mitigation guy at our house, so I had to answer the door and talk with him. And of course, I got my affiliate information because I'm gonna start promoting the crap out of this guy. I'm gonna call him. We're gonna do a Facebook Live. I'm excited. All right, hold on a second. Let me clock out of work. Clock out. Yay! Okay, cool. All right, let me move my freaking laptop over here too. How's it going, man? How you do? You're a busy guy.
Yeah, it's been.
Yeah.
I've been having a lot of stuff going on at the same time.
It's crazy. I know. I'm seriously. I keep telling people. I promise. I'm staying healthy, but I do way too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I went to bed, I think, like at 5 yesterday or something like that.
You went to the what?
To bed, like at 5.
Oh, you're ridiculous. How old are you? You're another 23-year-old crazy kid, aren't you? Freaking, you millennial
25.
crazies.
25.
25,
I'm not a millennial technically, so.
Well, whatever. If you're under 30, I consider you a youngin. I just turned 40, so. All right, we're just gonna shoot the shit. I'm just gonna bring you into the group. We're gonna shoot the shit, and I'm gonna let you drop it like it's hot, like you always do. Is that cool?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Awesome, because people are gonna be asking you questions, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. And yay! All right, hold on a second. And I will honestly tell you, I have not anywhere near been as active on the Instagram as I could be. So shame on me, but anyway. All right. Interview with the Instagram pro, Josue Pena. All right, let me share to your group, and making it rain with the hustlers. All right, here we go. Go live. Boom. Man, that was freaking fast. Holy jeez. All right, what's up, hustlers? We are live with the freaking, let me tell you something. I've interviewed some Instagram peeps in this group. Josue knows that. He's been in the group. I've interviewed Josh. I've interviewed Eddie. But look, I'm going to be straight up with you guys, all right? This is the mofo right here. If you listen, if you're watching live, you better be taking some notes, because holy geez, this is the man to pay attention to when it comes to Instagram. The one, the only, Josue Pena. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, sir.
No problem. Like, it's an honor, really. Every single time, like, somebody invites me to speak, like, it's just an honor. So I'm more than happy to be here and, like, drop as much value as possible.
Awesome. Yay. All right, let me pull up my group, because I'm not doing this. I always try to make sure I pull up the group on my phone, and I can pay attention and watch comments as they come through. All right, so I know you guys all know that I started my whole journey with like my business because I was growing my Instagram account, right? Doing it super organically. Wasn't doing anything too crazy. I was posting a bunch of food pictures, right? And everybody knows food people, health nuts, like we all do amazingly well on Instagram, but it's super saturated. And a lot of things have happened in the last year with Instagram, right? So if you're not following Josue, then you're gonna seriously like fall off of what like the things that happen. I've lost followers because I'm super inconsistent these days. I'm more focused on Facebook Live stuff, but I know that it's powerful. I know how powerful it is. So I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna say, if you've been following me at all on Instagram and you like even a little bit about what I'm doing, listen to what Josue tells you to do and freaking go do it. So drop it like it's hot, my friend. What are some things that people need to be paying attention to with the Insta?
All right, sounds good. I mean, like you put me like I'm like the Instagram god, even though I do own igboss.com. So there's that. Yes, I do own that domain. So,
Nice.
anyways, so like with Instagram, I would say like the thing that, by the way, like the food niche, I know it's saturated. Like almost every single niche on Instagram is saturated. But having said that, like you can still like grow extremely fast. So,
Hell yes, hell yes. Tell it, brother, tell it.
so I mean, like I see like comments here coming in. So if anybody have any questions, like you can drop them down below. I'm really happy to answer anything.
Cool.
But so backstory, like in order to grow on Instagram, like most people think that growing on Instagram is extremely hard, and it's really not. It's just like a system, like anything. It's pretty simple. So like I just break it down like in 4 things. So I just but defined it as content, consistency, market research, and networking. I came up with this little, like I call it the 4 pillars after hearing Russell Brunson and Mitchell Harper. Mitchell Harper is the founder of BigCommerce, and he's founded several multi-million-dollar companies. BigCommerce is the #1 competitor for Shopify. If you know.
I'm taking notes.
You're taking notes.
I'm taking notes.
So I came up with like this 4-pillar concept, whatever. After going through my master's degree, I have a master's degree in business, and I was like, back then I was like broke. I was like I had spent like 4 or 5 years in social media, not having any results. I'm like, I need to figure this crap out in order to make it happen, you know? So I decided to take traditional business knowledge and apply it to Instagram. And then it just worked tremendously. Okay. So the 4 pillars are content, consistency, market research, and networking.
Okay,
So,
hold on. Say that again a little bit slower for everybody.
Yeah.
Content?
Yeah, I'm Latino, so sorry for like
I love it. Go ahead.
So content, consistency, market research, and networking. Those are the 4 things, like the most important things that you can do for your Instagram account in order to explode it and blow it up extremely quickly.
Okay.
So #1, content. We all know this. Content is like, everybody knows content is the most important thing, but yet nobody does it right. Like, or very few people do it right. Yep. So like content will always be king. It needs to be relevant. And I always say create with a purpose. So for example, in your case, and you have a food account, but you're posting Taco Bell without a purpose, like you shouldn't even be posting that on Instagram stories. Like if your food account is related to like fitness or health food or junk food or just, hey, be fat forever, whatever
keto.
it is.
I do keto. So yes, I see what you're saying. Yep.
Okay, keto, like it needs to be related to that specifically. So for example, on your Instagram stories, your posts, your normal videos, your pictures need to be related to that specific niche. And by the way, ketogenic diet and all that stuff is like blowing up really, like it's like really hot right now.
Blowing up, so, yes, absolutely. Are you kidding me? Every time I post on that account, people are like, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. So like, and like it's becoming like a trend, like the new fad. Like there's always like a new fad diet or whatever. So keto is the new one right now. So I would say that like creating with a purpose is the most important thing because it drives people's attention. Instagram algorithm like will rank you up. Like at the end of the day, content is always king, and you got to be creating with a purpose. If it's not with a purpose, you don't do it. Like it needs to be with a purpose. The second thing is that the second pillar is consistency. So creating with a purpose consistently. And I would say that consistency is probably like the one thing that's you're gonna see results almost overnight. And it's simple math, right? I'm an engineer. I'm a lot of stuff. So I'm an engineer. I have a master's degree too. Anyways, so yeah.
He
like
just said on the side.
It's like I don't use it, so it's like whatever. But it's simple math, right? So if you start posting 1 time a day and you're getting 5,000 impressions, if you start posting 4 times a day, you're gonna get 20,000 impressions. It's like 5 times 4 is 20, so 20,000. Simple math, right? So the more impressions you get, the more you grow, the more Instagram shows you to more people, and the more your account will grow. So the more you post, the more you grow, as a general rule. So people think, oh, but that's gonna spam more audience, they're gonna like it. But you gotta think is that Instagram is a global platform, so not everybody's on their phone all the time. So with that said, like not everybody's gonna see your content all the time. And because of that, then you can just post more. Obviously, there's certain niches that, for example, if you have a local business, you cannot be posting at 3 a.m. unless you're at a bar. So that's like it doesn't make any sense. So if you're, for example, a restaurant, you gotta be posting when your audience is most active or when you think they're most active, gonna see that and come to your business and like stuff. So you gotta also think what type of account you have, what type of business, what type of audience you want to reach, and then with that in mind, then post. But I would definitely, no matter what account you have, I would suggest posting more than 1 time a day. because it helps the Instagram algorithm. It just ranks you up. They see it, they see you as consistent, they reward you basically. The third one, and I would say this is probably the one that's made the most difference for me in my life, was market research. And it's simple. It's really stupid simple. It's like, really? That's simple? Yeah, it's like let's say you're going to build a traditional business, you wouldn't just like invest money, get inventory, hire staff, all the crazy things without actually knowing if it's going to work. You know, like, yes, there's risk in traditional business, like there's risk involved and all that stuff, but you want to make sure that you're setting up yourself for success. And you do that by doing market research. So knowing what the market is, knowing what industry you're in, knowing what the price point, like all these little things. Same thing applies on Instagram. So knowing what content works. Again, the thing with purpose, it's simple. You just got to model success. You got to see what other people are doing and you simply model it. Like, that's
100%, 100%, man.
Yeah.
I love this. I love it because this is literally what I tell people all the time.
Yeah. So I think like, who was it? No, there wasn't DiCaprio. It was some artist from Italy. I forgot his name. He said like great artist copy, amazing artist steal, or something like that. Da Vinci. There you go. Da Vinci. It was Da Vinci. I think that said that. So all you got to do is just model success. So if it worked for them, it will work for you. So you just see what content works, see the style of captions that they're using, the CTAs, or the call to actions. So meaning how they're driving their audience to engage with them, how their audience is reacting, and then the bios. They have link in bio, are doing Instagram story, are doing Instagram live, what those goals look like, what type of logo do they have, what type of profile picture, all these little things. You just like see it, like write it down and just model it. Model the ones that are successful. So meaning the influencers, because the influencers probably already know what they're doing, and all you got to do is just simply model it. And then the competitors, you just research them, obviously, in order to see what they're doing as well. But whatever they're doing wrong, don't do that. That's simple as that. So just compare the competitors with the influencers. So meaning like the super huge people with the people who are like lower, close to your follower range. Compare the two and see what things are being done right, what things are being done wrong, and just do what obviously what's being done right. So the fourth one, and then obviously like when you do the market research, you just apply it. Like, that's simple as that. Then fourth one is networking, and then you take pretty like networking is kind of like the gasoline on the fire, the foundation that we just built, which is the first three. And networking is just really just going to the audience or the accounts, to the people that you just researched, the influencers, the competitors, just going there and saying, hey, what's up? Can we collaborate? Like, just collaborating with them. This is gonna dramatically help your account in main ways. Like, you're gonna grow extremely quickly. With market research, like only the first three, you're gonna grow like a few hundred a day, maybe. With networking, if you plug it in, then you can grow 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 6,000 a day. So yeah, I have students that I think like Alex Wilkie has yearly projections is like 1.5 million. So it's just because like he's taking the time to actually build his account from the start the right way. And now he's like plugs in the network and just blows up like crazy. So that's really like all it comes down to, like the 4 pillars of Instagram. That's it. Content, consistency, market research, and networking. And if you like people just apply it, like they will blow up. I 100% guarantee it. Like there's no like rocket science behind this. Pretty simple.
Okay. I am now going to say thank you for giving me those 4 pillars. And now I'm going to play devil's advocate if you will allow me to.
Sounds good.
Good.
Yeah.
So tell people how important are hashtags use on everything that they post, just on their regular content. I'm not even talking about stories yet. How important are hashtags?
Hashtags are important. They're one strategy. I would say this. They're one strategy, but you should not depend on one strategy. The reason why I said 4 pillars is because there's no one silver bullet. Hashtags are not a silver bullet. They're one strategy. And the thing I see the most is that people blame their growth on hashtags. Oh, the hashtags are not ranking, like the hashtag, the algorithm, the blah, blah, blah. Like they blame it on everything, and they're like not really taking the time and actually doing things right in the first place. Because if you're doing things right in the first place, like the hashtags don't even be a problem. Hashtags are one strategy. Yes, I used them when I started because I didn't even have a network. I didn't even understand the concept of that. I used them and they work. Okay. Now, hashtags is, again, you only want to use hashtags that you can rank in. So meaning do the market research, see what the influencers and competitors are using, but only use hashtags that you can rank in. So meaning hashtags that the top 9, you average the engagement in those. And if you can get that average engagement, then you use it. If you cannot, then you don't use it. It's pretty freaking simple. And obviously you want to use some hashtags that are bigger than what your normal engagement is, just in case you know you go viral or whatever, and you can start ranking in them. But as a general rule, you only want to use hashtags you can rank in. You can use up to 30 hashtags. Right now, there's a whole convoluted thing that you can only put hashtags in the caption, that you can now use 30. I've tested this a lot. Yes, there's some people that have been flagged or whatever, but me personally, in my accounts and my clients' accounts, it hasn't been that way. So that part, just tested. There's speculation all over the place. So just test the caption, test the hashtags in the first comment, test 30 hashtags, test 10, and see what the difference is. There's no right or wrong answer here. So I would just say that. But hashtags is just one strategy, like just one. There's not a silver bullet. So that's the one thing that I need people to understand, is that hashtags are not a silver bullet. So stop blaming all hashtags for your growth.
100%. I freaking love that answer. So I want to speak to that for just a second too.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you, because again, first of all, you're a genius and you talk about this stuff all day long, every day. So God bless you, because I know you get asked the same things all the time. You rattle off a lot of really important stuff. I want to just touch on a few things. For those of you who are not sure what Jose said about ranking, so there are going to be accounts out there that have over 1 million people that follow them that use a hashtag love or the hashtag peace or the hashtag whatever, right? If you're a hippie and you're using, you have an account, you've got less than 500 people who follow you, you're probably not going to rank using the hashtag love as much as some of these bigger accounts will. It might deter you getting those people following you. So just keep that in mind. That's what he was talking about ranking. You want to use hashtags that are going to help you rank in the top 9 with your niche. So if you have an account with 500 followers, then you want to go to accounts who also have 500 followers and get a ton of engagement on their stuff and network with those people. That was the number 4 pillar that Josue was talking about. Josue, would you agree with that?
Yeah, 100%. You don't want to use, like, hashtags are like a battle, so you don't want to get in the battle that you cannot win.
Correct.
That's as simple as that.
100%.
You want to pick your battles that you can win. That's it.
And then the other thing, when he was talking about, Josue mentioned about people who get, they get flagged for using hashtags. Guys, you can go onto Google and look up shadow banned hashtags. And if a hashtag that you want to use is in that list, just don't use the freaking hashtag, and you don't have to worry about posting that hashtag and getting shadow banned. And what shadow ban basically means is you're not necessarily going to get kicked off of Instagram. Your shit's not going to show up in the feed. So you don't want that. You want, if you're going to post the content, put the effort in, you want to get seen. So I wanted to touch on that for just a second. The second piece where the being devil's advocate is, I see a lot of people and they come into this damn group and they freaking spam me every now and again with the power likes crap. Do people need to buy power likes in order for your strategy to work for them?
Power likes is literally just another word for the networking that I said. Okay. No, you don't need to buy it, but like there's a lot of different ways that you can go about networking. And like power likes is just a term that's being popular right now. But here's how it works. Now we're just gonna break it down. Okay. Here's how it works. When a big account, when somebody likes any account, when an account likes this post, a post of you, 2 things happen on Instagram algorithm. First, it determines, okay, is this account high authority? Meaning, like, is it seen good in the Instagram algorithm? If it's high authority and you like this content, that this means this content is great. So I'm gonna put it more to more people. If this account is low, then, and like this thing, it doesn't really matter. Like it's not gonna do anything. That's why buying fake likes doesn't do crap. Okay, so that's like, okay. Now that's the first thing that happens. The second thing is this: that the followers of that account that just liked and comment are gonna see that post on their phone. They're more likely to see that. And if they're in the same niche, then we know that their followers are interested in your stuff, so they're going to follow and like and comment and all like this. Now, when you expand that and you multiply it by like 100,000 followers, then you start getting into, okay, then you start triggering the algorithm, because a lot of more people are going to see your content, they're going to engage, they're going to comment and all that good stuff. So when you're in an engagement group, for example, when you start multiplying by 10 accounts, then you have a million total followers, a million network, 100,000 each, whatever. Then you got a potential total reach of 1 million people in the same niche that you're in, and that becomes extremely powerful. Now, power likes is basically that without you returning. So, meaning in an engagement group, you like and they like you back. Power likes is basically you don't have to return. Now, the one thing that I see is that power likes, like just people, everybody is calling them, oh, I have amazing power likes, whatever, but they're just not niched. So yes, they work, but the best thing that you can do is have a network that's niche in this specific whatever it is you have. So for example, if you are in fitness, just have accounts in fitness that you engage with or that they engage with you. If you're in beauty, just have accounts in beauty that engage with you, and stuff like that. That's how that's how you will see the best results ever. Like again, for example, my best student, Alex Wilkie, he's growing, I think, like 6,000 followers a day, and it's just because of that. Like, and he just goes on Instagram like a minute a day or something like that. He's super lazy, but he's growing like 6,000 followers a day, and that's it. Like that's how he does it. Like, so power likes, yes, it's a strategy, but people get so hung up in like the little terms like, oh, $300 or whatever the heck. Instead of just like focusing on that, focus on building a community and a network that you actually interact with influencers and build an in-house network, not depending on somebody else on Telegram or whatever the heck. So that's what I would say.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you very much for that. That was an excellent breakdown of power likes and how they work. The next question I want to ask you about is shout outs. Are shout outs still working? I feel like that was kind of, yeah. Okay. So tell us about how shout outs work, because I'm about to start using that like a mofo myself.
Yeah. So shout outs is like they work really well. The thing with them is that right now, for example, if your content is only seen by about 10 to 20% of your audience or any audience the first hour, and depending on the engagement on the first hour, then they show it to more people. That's how it's working right now. So if your shout out that you're posting sucks, that means nobody's going to engage and nobody's going to see it, so nobody's going to follow you. It's simple as that. So your shout out needs to be engaging, like really, really engaging, and it needs to like have the virality aspect behind it. So the best type of shout outs are honestly highlight reels. So have you seen those, for example, like let's say you're in fitness or in keto, right? Like, and you have like all these food videos and pictures and stuff, and you just combine them into one short 15, 20-second video, extremely high paced, really sweet to the point, cool music, cool editing, and that's like what the ad is going to look like. Those are the type of shout outs that work extremely well. You can grow like, I don't know, like you can post that on like huge pages and you can start growing like, I don't know, 10,000 followers a day, 20, 30K, right? With a small budget and just posting on big pages, because the ad is engaging itself and people are going to like, comment, follow, all that good stuff. So the most important thing is that you need to have an ad or a promo that's engaging. Don't just post a picture and say follow like this account or my account. Like pictures generally do not work as well in terms of promotions. The best ones are videos. Highlight reels work extremely well. So yes, shout outs still work, but the strategy behind them that actually takes a skill now to actually get the shout out to work. Before it was just like, oh, follow me, and it worked. Now it's actually, okay, you got to post an ad that actually is engaging. So that's what I would say.
Okay, I love that. That's awesome. Instagram Live. Should people be trying to do Instagram Live?
Yeah.
Like, yes, do it?
Yes.
Okay, now I have a question for you on that, because I've never actually done this myself. I've done Instagram Live a few times, just a handful of times. I definitely am more prevalent on Facebook, so I use Facebook more. Mm-hmm. But I definitely, I want to get myself out there. I want to get people like you out there when I'm doing the interviews, to go live and do the interview. Yeah. So can I do Instagram Live from my laptop, or is it only from my phone?
Right now it's only from the phone. I haven't seen an app. I haven't seen an app that allows me from the laptop. If I find it, it will be amazing.
Okay, yeah, no kidding. I know, right? And then the second question is, can you repurpose an Instagram Live like you can a Facebook Live? Can you download that or no?
Yeah, you can download it. Yes, you can download it. And you can put it like for 24 hours as well, just to like so people can see it for 24 hours. Okay. Instagram Live is a great way to engage with the community in a more personal level. Just like Facebook Live, right? Okay. You can bring people on, which is super, super cool.
Yeah, like, I've seen that now. I'm like, yay! That's awesome.
So, and both people, like the followers that you bring an account on with you in the live, their followers are gonna get a notification that person is live too. So,
wow.
So you can get double whammy right there.
That's awesome. Guys, are you catching this? I hope you guys are catching this. Like that's a huge little nugget right there. Holy jeez, I didn't realize that. What?
Yeah. So for example, let's say you have 100,000 followers and you're collaborating with another influencer and you bring them on. Their 100,000 followers are also going to get a notification that they're live. So yeah, like you're going to get like combined, like that's a perfect collaboration opportunity. Yeah.
Oh my, oh goodness gracious. That's just candy right there. Jesus God almighty. All right, good to know, buddy. Good to know. The next piece I want to talk to you about real quick is influencer marketing. Now that kind of goes with power legs, but talk to me about influencer marketing and who is this ideal for, really and truly? I feel like a lot of e-com people go towards influencer.
For anybody. Really for
Everybody,
anybody.
okay, go ahead, tell me.
So yeah, influencer marketing, like simple that. Like you pay an influencer, they promote you, super simple like that, right? But influencer marketing is extremely underpriced. Like I got for a client in the fitness industry around 11.4 million in total reach with $500.
What?
Yeah, I'm good at what I do as well.
Oh my God, okay.
So I'm good at what I do, so I have a lot of leverage. But
so you do it for $500.
that's my cost. Obviously, I don't charge that. I charge a lot more.
Okay.
But like that was my cost. My hard cost was that. He said, okay, I have this budget. Get me as much people. I'm like, okay, I got you as much people. And I obviously the more people I can get for the least amount of money I can pay, the more money I make. Because like the total budget, from that budget, I take my fee and then they take an ad, like the ad spend. And then as much people as I can get, the better. And like the least I can spend, the better. Because like I can just take the rest.
Oh, Josue, that literally is money. That's freaking awesome right there.
So
you guys, if you're trying to make some money on Instagram, you put in a little sweat equity into your Instagram account, you become an influencer. Holy jeez, right? This is like, there's so much money that's left on the table. And I know it. Like, I know it. Trust me, I know it. Okay, so the engagement groups, you touched on this a little bit, but I want to make sure that people are clear on this. So they're typically called pods or engagement groups, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are on Telegram, some of them are on WhatsApp, some of them are on Facebook, whatever. You're saying that it's more beneficial to the person's account to get together with people in a group who are similar niche. Yes? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Because it just works better. Like if you're liking something, Instagram is like, okay, you're interested in this. And if you're in the same niche, already know their followers are interested in your stuff as well. So it's like, it just works really, really well that way. If I'm in the fitness niche and I'm liking a freaking makeup account, like it doesn't like that doesn't make any sense. So that's, like just get into specific niche engagement groups. It works a lot better than just random ones.
Okay, beautiful. Guys, if you have questions, please ask them in the comments. And Josue's in the group too, so he can reply to you once we hop off.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to play devil's advocate and ask all the questions that people ask me about Instagram, because I seriously, like, I'm nowhere near as into it as I used to be, and I need to jump back on it, clearly, especially now. You're getting me excited. Do you find that people do well with I just want to ask this question. Do you find that people do well using their stories on Instagram with affiliate marketing?
No, they don't know how to use them. They suck. They suck butt. Everybody.
That's awesome. I love that you just said that. My stories on my Facebook kill it. Like, kill it.
Like Instagram stories is so powerful and it's so underutilized. It's ridiculous. Like Instagram stories is money. Like literally like printing money almost. I know, for example, like I actually just did a workshop for my private students of a guy that like did 6 figures in 3 months using Instagram DM and Instagram stories. 6 figures, like he did $120,000 in 3 months with a small audience on Instagram using Instagram stories and Instagram DM. That's it. So
Instagram DM. That, for those of you who can't make out what he's saying, Instagram DM.
Direct message.
It fast. You really are Latin. Like, you're so Latin.
I am.
God bless you. No, so he's talking about, this is the DM game, right? All right, let's talk about
it. Goes down in the DMs. Just slide into the DMs.
Let's just, seriously, you guys, like, use your freaking stories. I tell you guys this all the time. People complain, nobody's popping into my lives, nobody's coming to this, nobody's coming to that. Use your freaking stories and tell people where to go, for the love of God. Use your stories.
And don't put it on pictures, please. Like I see this all the time. Like they just take a picture, like, or they take a picture of whatever the heck. Like, use video. Like, pictures on stories don't work as well. Like, use video. Put your face behind the brand, and you're like, oh, but I suck on camera. Oh, well, too bad. Tough luck.
That's right. You tell them,
Josue. So, like people buy people. It doesn't
people
matter.
Like people. Oh my God, I love this. 100%. And guys, by the way, those of you who haven't watched that little video that I posted in the group like forever ago, I have an iPhone. There was an update a while ago that you can natively record your screen. So if you do that, you
Mhm.
record your screen and you show people that you've got this killer funnel with a mastermind class that's coming up, or hey, look at this cool thing that I'm doing. I just pulled a bunch of leads from this. Guys, you can put that on your story. Hello.
And here's the funny thing. You don't need a huge audience on Instagram stories to make money. That's the crazy. Like, I can get like 2,000 leads in 30 hours from Instagram, no problem. But like, that's, over the top. People are like, oh my God, that's like, whoa, right? But like, I only get 100 views on my story. I only get 300 views, whatever. I'm like, okay, it does not matter. You get 100 people. You get the attention of 100 people. Like, think about that for a moment. You get the attention of 100 people for 15 seconds. Use it. You just use it. Like, if you have the attention of 100 people, to give value, pre-frame with polls. Like, polls is like the most amazing thing ever. Just, if you're gonna pitch something, pre-frame before. Just tell them, hey, are you interested? Yes or no. Just pitch the result, yes or no. You can see the people who voted yes, actually. And then in the next one, say, hey, DM me this word to get this result. I'm actually working with a client right now. He's a multimillionaire, but he only has 5,000 followers. But he's extremely good on Instagram stories. He's selling $2,000 tickets to come to his house. Like, and he has 5,000 followers. Like,
you guys,
think about
wait,
that.
hold on one second. Oh my God, there's so much gold. There's so much freaking gold right now. Do you realize what he just said? Listen, I'm going to repeat what Josue just said. If you use stories effectively and you pre-frame your story with something amazing up front, you're giving a ton of value and saying, hey, look at this freaking chat bot that I just created for loan officers or real estate agents that's getting 250 leads plus in 12 hours with less than $2 ad spend. And then you post a poll in the very next story and say, would you be interested in getting access to this very freaking chatbot? How many freaking real estate agents do you think are going to be like, nah, I don't want that?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So they say yes, and cool, I'll DM you with the freaking, are you kidding? Like, you guys, oh my God, like, we're underusing this stuff. And P.S., you can get chatbots with ManyChat for free right now. Freaking go do this stuff. Oh, yeah. ManyChat's free. The pro version, you do other things, but you can.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I'm just throwing this out there. Okay. Guys, there's so much gold in this interview right now. I'm going to throw up. I'm so excited. One of the questions that Barbara Pardew asks is use Instagram business account versus personal account and why. So let's talk about this for a second.
So like, business is just hooking it up to a Facebook page and you have analytics. Personal is just, you don't have anything. I personally like to always go business because it gives me analytics. It gives me stats. After you pass the 10,000 followers, you get the swipe up feature.
Yep.
So yeah, that's what I would say. Like, there's no difference between the two. Like, here's the thing. There's a lot of speculation and everybody and their mother think this is the most amazing thing. And they're like the Instagram guru and they think that they were the ones that coded Instagram themselves. But the reality is there's way too many speculation. They think, oh, but business accounts are going to get me like less reach and blah, blah, blah. Right now, I haven't seen anything. So that might be in the future because Facebook likes to screw people over. But right now, that's not the point. That's not the situation right now. So you can use business accounts, no problem. You get analytics, you get all these cool features. So I would just use it. I would just get it. But at the end of the day, if you're implementing the 4 pillars, you will not have a problem ever, whether you have a business account, personal account, whatever the heck. So I like using business accounts because it gives me more analytics, it gives me stats, and whatever, it gives me ability to measure. So what they say, like, you can't control what you can't measure. So it gives me the ability to control my own Instagram account and see what's working, see what's not working, pivots, and just tweak things. So yeah, I personal account, a business account, 100%.
Okay, hold on a second. Evan and I now do 10-second live IG stories now for heads up on events, lives, releases, etc. Barbara, awesome. Like, I've been preaching this stuff for like ever now. Like, yeah. Oh my God, use your stories. Okay, we know that it goes down in the DM game. Talk about the DM game. Touch on that for just a second, and then I'm going to ask you one more question. Then I'm going to let you go because I know that you're a busy guy, and quite frankly, I have a good bathroom.
No problem. So like, Instagram DM is like, it's pretty freaking simple. Like, just provide a ton of value and just tell people to direct message you if they're interested. Like, even like look, my personal account, I don't even use it. I have 8,000 followers and I don't even use my personal account at all. Like, I just post every now and then, whatever, a random story, because I don't have time for it. But even then, like, I just tell people, hey, direct message me if whatever. I did it a couple times. I have like 26 requests and I haven't even gone through them. People like actually interested in whatever, right? Like, it works. No matter if you have a big audience, if you have a small audience, like, people got to think behind the numbers a bit and think that behind every single like, behind every single follow, behind every single DM, behind every single number that you see on Instagram, there's a person.
Yeah.
Just like you, just like me, there's a person behind every single number.
Yeah.
And if you can provide value to that person can give you money. Simple as that. Okay. So you don't need a huge follower. Like, you can make money with Instagram even with 100 followers. Like, I know people that make $3,000 to $5,000 with less than 10,000 followers on Instagram. Like, it all comes down to the value you provide to your audience, and that is it. Like, I've seen, for example, e-com store that make 6 figures and have 7,000 followers. It all comes down to the value you provide to your audience. That is it.
I love that. I love that. No, you're absolutely right. Speaking of that, the value, right? We're in 2018. I feel like there's a lot of old school marketing happening now. Like, content is becoming a lot more raw, real, transparent content. Do you feel like more transparent, raw, real, like putting it out there content, not worrying about polished content versus the polished content is doing better?
Yeah. So basically, for example, I will still try to do, like, on the Instagram feed itself, depending on the account you have, but the Instagram feed itself, like, your content needs to be appealing. Like, it needs to have, sometimes you got to sexify whatever message you have. Like, it needs to be like engaging, appealing. The thumbnail of the videos, like, they need to be attractive. Okay. And I'm not saying attractive as booty pictures, like attractive as, like,
no, I got you.
Like, attractive as actually clicking at them. So that's what I would say. But, like, what was it? I'll say, in Instagram stories, you can be raw. You can do whatever. I see people all the time, like, just posting, like, Instagram stories in their bed or whatever. It depends, again, on the niche and the culture that you have with your audience. So if you're, like, a kind of like raw person, like, I don't give a damn, like, whatever. Like, that's cool. That's you. Just do it. Own it. If you're, like, more on the flip side, more like polished and like, just do it as well. It doesn't matter. All it comes down to is showing your personality and your face behind the brand, which is the most important thing. Just showing who you are to your audience for them to connect with you on a more personal level. And again, it doesn't matter what type of account you have. It doesn't matter if you're repurposing content. Like, this is most of it. People get so hung up on the personal brand stuff. Like, they think that they can have, like, I'm done with that crap.
I freaking love you. This is awesome.
like
I am.
They're repurposing content. They're taking other people's content, repurposing it, giving credit. That audience is not actually engaged. The reason is because you're not putting Instagram stories with your face behind the brand. As simple as that. So if you actually take the time to put a face behind the brand, to give value on stories, they're going to be engaged with you. Like, for example, I have an account in fitness called Elation Fitness. I have an account in Spanish, a core account called Caballero de la Mafia. Like, those pages have nothing to do with me. Like, there's not one single picture there or video that has my face on it in the actual feed. But on Instagram stories, I go there and provide value. I give tips, whatever. And they know Josue is the guy, the owner of this account.
Gotcha.
They know. They direct message me as Josue. They don't direct message me as, owner of whatever. They actually direct message me just Josue, because I've taken the time to actually build that rapport with my audience. So just take the time to give value on Instagram stories, Instagram live is extremely powerful and extremely underutilized. If you take the time to do it now, no matter the follower amount, I can guarantee you, you will not only grow more, you will not only have a more engaged audience, but you actually make money with Instagram, even with a small following. So I would just say that. Just freaking take the time to do it.
Okay. So my final question to you, say take the time. I have, like, on any average day, I'm going a million miles a minute, which is not healthy by any means. Like, I need to slow the hell down. But I still have a full-time corporate job. Like, I have my business. I'm, like, helping my husband market his business. Like, and I'm saying this because I feel like I represent a very large portion of my community, this community that we're in right now. How much time should I spend minimally each day or each week to grow my Instagram following and monetize?
So perfect. So for example, me, I'm like the same way. I value more time rather than money. So instead of me paying, for example, the power like thing, instead of me trying to get an engagement group and return and whatever, just build an in-house network, meaning you reach out to influencers, you organize all these things. Yes, it's going to take a little bit of time at the beginning, but after you just pay, and you literally can spend 2 minutes on Instagram per day on actual posting. 2 minutes. You post, send them to them, boom, they like it, your account grows. That's it. Simple as that. That's what I do. Okay. That's me personally. Now, on the flip side, you go on Instagram stories. Now, there you don't have to post a ton. Like, that's the thing. Like, you don't have to be Ty Lopez and posting like 60 stories. Like, you don't have to do that.
No.
You just 5 to 10 stories per day works extremely well. Short, sweet, to the point. Just give value. Don't pitch every single day. 5 to 10 seconds, 5 to 10 stories. That is 50 to 100 seconds per day. That is what? Like,
not even 50 to 100 seconds. Yeah, that's not even like a full 2 minutes. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's like come on now. Like if you can like spend like that's 5 minutes on Instagram stories and like 3 minutes posting total. Like that's 8 minutes. Like 10 minutes a day. That's it. Like that's all you need. Like that's
You guys,
so,
like, I just want to kind of like give people like a little piece. Like my typical stories are, I wake up, I'm like, okay, it's time for my coffee, right? And then like 2 hours later, I'm like, I'm eating breakfast. And then maybe an hour later, be like, okay, I'm building a funnel. I suck at this, but this is what I'm doing. And I'd be like, holy crap, this chatbot's awesome. And then I'll get somebody that messages me and go, what are you doing with that chatbot? Like, I don't even ask for people to DM me and they DM me. So I'm just saying, like, you're right. You're so right. Like, just put the value out there.
I went to the Dominican Republic like this last December, and I rented an Airbnb in the beach. And I didn't pitch anything. I just posted like I was just having a good time, whatever. I was just like being an idiot and partying in the pool, whatever, all that stuff. And I had 3 DMs of people saying, hey, what's the Airbnb? I want to rent it. I'm going there next month. And I'm like, really? I'm like, I direct message. I sent a message to the owner. I'm like, you better give me this stuff for free. Why? Because I got 3 freaking people that are going to buy from you in the next month. And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah.
And then you show them the social proof and be like, look, people are DMing me on this. Like,
yeah, I'm not paying for this stuff. I'm not paying, or you're not getting these 3 people. What do you want? And they're like, okay.
And that right there is influencer marketing, guys. That's how you do it. You know, like, honestly, like, that's how I would do it if I were to go out there. Like, there's people like Tom Augenthaler. He's one of my influencer marketing guys. And he's like told me, like, on a side note, he's like, Trish, you need to start using this more. So I have a local event I'm getting ready to host in a couple of weeks. And I'm saying this out loud because I'm going to start talking about it on Instagram for free. I'm not even going to run ads for this, you guys. Like, I'm going to get real estate agents and loan officers going, holy crap, I want to come to this event. And I'm going to sell tickets to this event using my Instagram and using my Facebook for free because I know how to do this shit, right? But I've got these people out here, and I reached out to the community center, and I was like, so here's the thing. I am a social media influencer. This is what I do. I don't have 5,000 followers, but if you check me out on Facebook, you can validate. I get a ton of people that follow my stuff. Yeah. And now, like, I've got all these other communities that are reaching out to me going, we want you to use our community.
Yeah.
So, but that's how it works, guys. Like, they're like, oh, we can give it to you for free, or we can cut a deal with you. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll pay for it for now, and then we'll see how many people show up, and then we'll talk about cutting a deal, because I'm not going to pay them 20%. I'm too cheap that way. But no, but seriously, like, guys, this is the kind of stuff that you can be using Instagram for. And just tell us real quick the power of checking into geographical locations on Instagram.
Oh yeah, like that's huge as well. Like if you're like, here's like, you know what's funny? If somebody has an agency or they want to get clients or like services or whatever, like you can use Instagram stories and put a location there, and you can actually get clients like that. Like, and you don't have to be in the location. Like I actually did a story, like I put this on my webinar as well. Like me going on stories and saying just giving value, and every single one of them I just put on location. So I live in Indiana right now, and I put the location in Indiana. But what I do, I'm like, you know what? If you want to be in New York and you want to get clients from New York, what do? You have to be in New York? No, you don't. You just put the thing, New York, and you're in New York suddenly. And then what happens if you want to be in London? You just put the thing London, and you're in London now. So, and you can actually see the people who are in London. And then if you put a poll, who vote yes, and then you get more reach. The hashtags as well. If you have used hashtags in your niche, in your stories, you get more reach as well. Like there's so many things like you can do on Instagram now, and like people are underutilizing because like they're scared, they don't understand it, they think it takes too much time. And yes, like if you want to go balls deep, I would suggest being part of the community, just engaging with people, because you're gonna become part of the community. People are gonna see you more as relatable. But like you can just take 10 minutes a day, and like if you're smart with your time and actually know what you're doing, like just 10 minutes a day, it will be more than enough.
Oh my God, this is freaking fire, you guys. Like, I don't even know if you all realize just how, like, I can't, now I'm excited. I just started doing a 100-day affiliate marketing boot camp with Russell Brunson's 100-day thing, because I'm like, I need to start using my ClickFunnels more. I need to start making more affiliate money. So I'm going to use my stories to talk about it, right? And I want to start using my Instagram more, because I post every day, but I'm not anywhere. I'm totally underutilizing my stories. Like I need to use my stories more. Yeah. So you've lit a fire, like between Josh and you. Josh has lit a fire under me to do more affiliate marketing stuff. You lit a fire under me to use my Instagram more. Thank you so much. Like I really appreciate it. For those people who want to get more of your information, where can they find you? And we'll make sure that we drop your link like it's hot on this video too.
Yeah. So actually, I would just like drop the YouTube channel right now. So if they like right now, I'm launching YouTube.
Yay!
Like I'm going to growth hack that. I've growth hack Instagram, learned pretty well. now it's time for YouTube. Was the platform where I started. So if they can just go like onlineCEOs.com/YouTube. That's going to be the YouTube channel. And I'm going to be dropping a lot of cool stuff. So probably starting today, I believe. I want to launch a video today. So if they can, like, if people actually, like, here's the thing. You know what's funny? When entrepreneurs launch something, they will do anything to get people there. They will offer free stuff. So now's the time to actually get more attention. So like, just like Gary Vee, whenever he launches a book, he just like becomes a little hoe. Like, that's it. Like, he goes everywhere. Like, he does everything for people just because he wants people to get his book. So that's like how we do it. Like, whenever we launch something, that's like the moment of, to get your attention, because we'll do anything. So right now I'm willing to do almost anything if people actually go check the YouTube. So
yeah, I'm totally gonna go. I'm gonna subscribe to your channel. Subscribe back. I'm just saying.
Of course.
And like I said, listen. Again, I really want to thank you. You and I have been connected for a long time now, and I feel like it's almost an injustice that it's taken me this long to like get you on. I've been working on so many things, and I know you have too. You've been super busy. So thank you again for taking time out of your day to come in here and give so much gold. This is amazing. You guys, if you have any questions, Josue is a part of this group. He's a busy guy, but God bless him. If you have any questions on this video, please make sure that you ask. And for the love of God, go follow his YouTube channel, because I'm just saying, that's for damn sure. So thank you so much, Josue. Have a fantastic afternoon. We appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's really an honor being here.
Right on. All right, buddy. Have a good one. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.